Hey, my friends, it's your friend Kevin, and today is the last day of February 2023, the 28th, and this is your card of the day. All right, so we're going to continue using Angel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine and images by Steve Roberts, and I'm hoping that this particular video won't have any technical issues. So here we go. Great Father in the sky, Mother in the earth, spirits, ancestors, those of the light from all realms, thank you for stepping in where you've always been. It is an honor to be the conduit for your message. Give us a message that we can all enjoy through your oracle, and may it be for the highest good of all concerned. So be it, so shall it be. Okay. This one is the one I want. Here we go. Ooh. Feel a couple of spirits here right now over the back of my right shoulder. 3 of them actually, like a trilogy. Okay. Ego, which is in traditional tarot linked to the devil. Number 15. Now, we can look at this card and say, well, it's a negative card, it's a bad card. Not really. It's just where the mind and the personality tends to play tricks on us. So this one is governed by Archangel Jophiel, who comes to show us the beauty of God, the beauty within ourselves, the beauty that we harness inside. So what the message that goes with this, it says a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things. It also indicates negative or fear-based thoughts. Now, the ego, as we know, is always linked to fear, even though there are some instances where the ego is a good thing. The inner ego that gets us up and running, up and going, gets us off of our laurels and out into the world. The ego is a good thing when it comes to building confidence, having confidence, and showing confidence to the world. It is a little tricky when in areas of personal growth, particularly when we start knocking the door of spirituality. The ego tends to want to lead us back into religious beliefs and habits. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but some religious orders and habits are restrictive and judgmental. And so when anyone's coming forward and opening themselves up to the world of spirit, there tends to be the self-judgment first, which is fear coming from ego. And then there tends to be this assumption or this idea that if we are growing and expanding and changing, which is part of our desire, what are other people going to think? And these are the things that this card is talking about today. It is a day to be aware of when you are listening to the new voices that you're hearing, the new ideas, the new wisdom, spirit, love, lifting the vibration, or when you are listening to the voice of fear that wants to keep you trapped, wants to keep you in some form of crisis, because ego is invested in that. The ego wants to keep you somewhere, doesn't want you to grow, doesn't want you to experience new life, new things. This is what we came to do. This is what we wanted to do. So I am going to read the guidebook as I want some validation and confirmation from myself. Even the devil card in traditional tarot, I actually like it because it reminds me to keep myself in check. And this card really, when it shows up in my readings, for me, it's all about, reminds me to tell myself this is not about you. This is about the bigger picture, the bigger part of who we are and what we're here to do. So here goes. The angels want you to know that the entrapment you're feeling is not real. This card indicates a lot of feelings that are stemming from anxieties that aren't based in reality. So, give your fears to God and the angels and ask for their help in adopting a more positive perspective on this situation. This card also indicates that you're focused upon the material things in life. Heaven acknowledges that you, like everyone, have physical needs. However, your attention to the accumulation of possessions is out of balance. Reassess why you want to acquire these items. Perhaps you're trying to fill an emotional void, which material objects could never do. What you're really craving is inner peace through a spiritual path. Now, I know I have dabbled with the material world, and felt like I needed this and needed that, and spirit's always pretty much provided it. But there's another meaning to this card today, and that is the possibility that we're refusing the truth and taking personal responsibility for the situations, for addictions or temptations or the dependency, even excessive debt. So Jophiel as the Archangel helps us experience beautiful emotions and think beautiful thoughts. Call upon Jophiel wherever you need a boost in how you feel about yourself, your life, and about the world. Some of these messages that come are a little bit like tough love. I know myself. I work for myself, and I never know from one week to the next how much cash is going to flow through the door. It's a bit like living my life on faith and hope, and bigger thing is gratitude. There are times when, credits and debts have to come into play. They're there for a reason. The challenge is they can get out of control if we're using them at times when we're trying to soothe those things, which I've done. I'm guilty of it. The way I've gone out of these entrapments is, first of all, to be aware that they're there. Second of all, and this is a bigger thing for me, and I'll share it with you, it's the forgiveness that it wasn't intentional to go out and splurge, to go out and stick things on credit cards or get loans. The intention was the necessity of something. What needs to be put in front of it is this something you need? And in the choices, is it covering up something that perhaps you should look at before? Oftentimes I like the 24-hour rule. Let me come back in 24 hours. And if that desire is still so great and I can justify whatever that purchase is, then it's good to go. Like, for instance, every year I go shopping for clothes, and I don't think that's an extravagance. Once a year, get some new shirts, get some new pants, and let them last. And be appreciative of the good quality of them. And then affirm things like, I am so grateful that I've got these good quality clothes, and grateful for the people that made them, and grateful for the store that supplies them, and grateful that I'm able to help the store to pay the bills to keep them going. Those things, I think, is the law of prosperity, the law of reciprocity. But when it comes down to, I'm just not feeling good, I need a new car, this will make me feel better if I get this, that's when the ego takes over, and it can be a little bit crazy. So today's energy is just to be aware of it. Just be aware of, when are you doing things for your highest good, and when are you doing things to cover up something else. Right, my friends? I hope that's been helpful. I love you. Thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and your comments are golden. Until tomorrow. Bye-bye.